to just Peachy, we are going to work those glutes here, you guys. We're also going to be having some inner thigh and outer thigh work as well, but just Peachy, working those glutes. So we are going to just start with some squats here. So squat it out. Awesome. So as we're doing this, we're just getting those hips, those glutes worked, warmed up. Awesome. So coming down, let's open up that hip as we are going into that squat. Good. Make sure you're breathing here. Breathe out as you come up or just before you come out of that squat. So breathe in, lifting that pelvic floor. Good habits, pressure management, all that stuff, core control. All right, with our first, we have 11 different movements. Each of them are 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off. We're going to repeat it twice. All right, that is the plan. Go ahead and grab your heavy weight. We're going to bring it up to our chest. Go into a nice second position is what we call it in bar, right? Sumo squat sometimes. And we're just going to go back and forth here, okay? So you want to have a nice wide stance. Your knees are back, so you should be able to see the inside arches of your feet, making sure that your knees aren't collapsing in. If that's difficult for you, then this is definitely a good movement for you to work on. Tailbone is down. Core is engaged. It's nice and tight. Breathe. So if you feel like you're arching your back too much, you can come up a little higher. You can drop the weight. It's all good. Good, you got 7 seconds here. We're gonna drop that weight and we're gonna grab that mini band and put it around our ankles. You got 10 seconds in between, so you got a little time. Move that weight out of the way. So around the ankles here, starting with this side, coming down into a nice little squat here. Make sure your angles are good. So angle here and where your legs are. So we're gonna come out to the side, angle it back, and to the back, okay? Out to the side, angle at 45, and to the back. So we're hitting, especially this glute medius is what we're really focused on today, but you're gonna feel it everywhere. So you're gonna feel it here in particular, as the stabilized glute, not letting this baby move. Good. I just tend to usually have my runner arms going. If this is something you want to have just your hands in front, you can do that too. Does not matter. Bring it up. Kind of wiggle it out a little bit. Going to the other side, same thing. All right, get into that nice little squat here. Coming out to the side. Angle. Rear. Side. So you're not coming up in between. Okay? And again, I don't want you hunched over. See how my angle here and my knees and my lower portion, it's all the same. So I'm not bending over like this. Just really focused on good posture, good core control. Good, you got about 10 seconds here. We're going to be going on the floor. We're going to bring that mini band up to our thighs. Got some fire hydrants to do. All right. You can bring that mini band right above your knees. Now you can clench your fists if your wrists kind of need that support. That's fine. All right. Fire hydrant. So bringing your knee up with that mini band. Now the mini band is optional. You don't have to have it. It definitely ups the ante. You're going to feel this even if you don't have a mini band, okay? Woo! Definitely feel this in my stabilized glute right here, that you can feel that deep glute media is really working. Make sure you're breathing. Always in control. Take your time. You're not whipping them out, especially if you don't have a band. Good. Woo! Stretch her out a little bit. I'm doing the other side. Here we go. It's always such a relief to go to the other side, but then it quickly catches up to you. Good, try to keep those hips down, core is engaged, nice straight back, neutral spine. Breathe. Woo! Yes, so good. You got about 20 seconds here. We're gonna lay on our backs. And if you have a bench, you can put your feet up on the bench or the edge of the couch or the chair or whatever you've got. Or if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You can stay with your feet on the floor. All right, keeping that mini band around your thighs. We're gonna come up to our elevated surface here. Knees are about shoulder width apart. Okay. Going into a bridge. Bring those knees out, in, and lower. So focus on that posture. So we're really working the outer glutes here, those outer thighs. If you want more inner thigh work, you're gonna take your mini band off and you're gonna instead grab a ball and squeeze at the top. So if you're thinking you wanna work more adductors, then you could do that instead. Good. All right. We're gonna stay here. Okay. Now, band or no band, hands down. We're gonna have a single leg. So bringing up into a bridge, hold the bridge, single leg. And this is very challenging to keep those hip bones up. One at a time, staying on the same side. Good, let's switch sides here. Keep those hips up. You might even put your hands up here. Just make sure your hips aren't going to sink. You're not holding yourself up. You're just gently giving yourself tactile sensation so that you know, like, okay, my hips are not coming down. I'm going to stay right here where I'm at. Good. All right, you're going to roll over. Keep the mini band on. You can be on the bench or on the floor for this one. This is also going to work your core. So hover here. We're going to bring our foot up and bring it down. So if you have like something harder, you might want to put a towel underneath, kind of protect those forearms. You could also do this on the floor as well, on your hands and knees, on your hands or on your elbows. Good, keep it going. We're staying on the same side. When you're on the bench, you're also working that core as well to stay nice and low. So, 90-degree angle, yes, the quad is also feeling it. Good. Other side, so wherever you're at, now you kind of know how that feels, so if you want to go to the floor, you can go to the floor. Totally up to you. Here we go. Breathe. How's the posture? How's that core engagement? Woo-wee. All right, in 15 seconds, we are gonna lay on the ground. You're gonna grab that weight again. You're gonna take the band off. You're gonna grab the weight again. We're gonna go into a side reclined position. Okay? Good. Bring it down. Band off. We're doing it all over again in just a little bit. So keep it handy.
You're gonna put that weight behind that upper leg, okay? And then you're gonna bring your knee behind the lower leg. So we're gonna lift and lower. So working those thighs and those glutes as we're doing this. Another option would be to keep the band on your thighs. There's just a difference being that the band is, you have to pull away from gravity or pull the band away from each other, which is difficult. With the weight is pulling you down, so you have to fight against it in a little bit of a different way. Both very effective, just different movements and different ways of working these muscles. Good. Woo! Other side. Just careful with that weight, especially if it's pretty heavy. So I just have my leg a little bit slightly forward on this one. Good. We're going to start from the top here. After this one, going into those squat gliders with that weight. Oh my goodness gracious me, I can feel one side is definitely feeling it different than the other. This is definitely a more tired side here. Woo! 13 seconds. Oh my goodness, I'm starting to shake. This is good. Breathe. Focus on the form. If the weight's just like too much, I got too much weight there, you can always take it out. All right. Okay. Going in to that sumo squat. Nice and deep. Back and forth. Adjust your feet as you need to. If you feel like your feet are in a little bit too much, just adjust it. Weight or no weight, your choice. Stay low. Good. We've got kind of that round the world a little bit, or halfway or quarter around the world with the mini band on your ankles. Those taps, you got 10 seconds here. You can go a little slower too. Focus on that form. Make sure that you have a nice angle here. You're not making that back arch, okay? All right. Mini band, around the ankles. Squat, side, angle, back. Side, angle, back. Good. Keep it going. Nice and deep right here. Ouch. Good, keep it going. Oh, yeah, feeling that. Got 20 seconds, you can do this. Yep, we're definitely feeling it in this stabilized glute. Woo! 10 seconds, shake it out. We've got the other side to do. Deep breath in. Come on down. Here we go. Side, angle, back. Woo-wee. How's that core doing? How's the form? How is that posture? How's your breath? Not holding the breath, working with our movement. Looking good, come on. We're finishing this baby up strong. We got this. We've got about 10 seconds here. Woo!
We're going to be moving that mini band up to our thighs, going into the tabletop for the fire hydrant. All right. Yowza. Okay. Are we ready? Here we go. Fire hydrant. Woo! Oh man, oh man. You are strong. I am strong. We can do this. Again, if that mini band is making it very difficult for you, feel free to take it off. You're not failing because you take off the mini band or if you drop or lower equipment. You're being smart. You're knowing what your body needs. You're challenging it where it's at. If you over challenge it, that can also be just detrimental. You can have injuries, all sorts of things, bad habits, bad posture, not good. So it's okay to change up the equipment, remove it, lower it, whatever you need to do. Okay, everybody's different. Everybody has different needs at different stages. All right, other side. What's most important is you come back to the basics, that breath and that posture. I know so if I'm doing squats in the beginning of my workout, they might be a little stiff, but you get warmed up. They get nice and deep. But if I'm lifting lots of weights, my squats sometimes, they're just not gonna look the same, which means that I need to lower my weight and adjust, and that's okay. Just as an example, Britt and I do it too. Always listen to your body. We've got 5 seconds here. Going to that bench, keeping the mini band on the thighs. Oh my goodness, this is so good. Okay, bring your feet up to that bench. Going into that glute bridge with that thigh press out, bringing it down. Just find a nice rhythm here. Find that breath. So make sure that your feet are at least shoulder width apart, maybe even a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. You'll feel it even more in those thighs if you have a little bit of a wider stance on that bench. Check that form. Good. Keep it going. Single side is next. All right. Shake it out a little bit. Pick one side. Halfway through, we will switch. And here we go. Keep those hips up. Again, having your hands, not to like help you lift it up, right? But just to give you some tactile or feeling, like you're feeling, oh, my hip is starting to collapse a little bit. I'm going to put my thumb here just to make sure that I remember that I need to keep it up. Good, let's switch sides. So having your hands on your own body, if you are able to, always kind of just feel your core, feel that it's engaging, feel yourself. Having that tactile feeling, looking at yourself in the mirror, those are all really good tools to help you move forward and be better. All right, we have got, we got the bench hover or the floor hover. So before I was on the bench, I'm gonna go on the floor this time. So, going in to that hover, coming back and down. Now, of course, you could keep a knee down here as well. Totally up to you and where you're at with your core journey. Press down. If you're on that hover, press through those wrists. If your wrists are bad and you want to be on the floor, make sure that you have like more of a straightened angle. So having a weight underneath, kind of holding, or you can go into knuckles as well, or Of course, you can go here without that hover, or without the hover. Here we go. Oh, stretch that out. All right, we are almost done, you guys. Shake it out a little bit. Other side, here we go. So if you are on the floor, you're pressing down through those wrists or those knuckles. If you're up here, you're really pressing through those elbows. Make sure that you have something underneath. Try to have a nice deep 90-degree bend with that stabilized leg. Core is in control here, guys. Good. Get about 10 seconds. We're gonna lay on our sides with that weight. So take off the miniband, grab that weight, place it behind that knee, and lift and lower. Good, keep it going here. Looking good, keep going. Woo! This one sneaks up. Might feel it right away, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it now. I know the first time my other side was definitely feeling it sooner than this side, but yep, this is good. To do this one again sometime again. Woo! Good, 6 seconds. Going to the other side. Yikes. Man, oh man. All right, other side. Quickly move over there. Find your spot. Give yourself some space. Again, feel yourself. Put your hand on your belly. Feel that breath. Hand on your ribs. Bring awareness to all those basics. Once you get the basics down a little bit more, as you're doing your movements, you're practicing those basics all the time. The breath, the posture, that's all very important. Very, very important before you start getting all fancy with load and everything else. You can start adding load, start doing fun things, but if you start feeling like you're just not getting strong, or if it's difficult, go back to the basics. Oh, wow. Okay. Woo! Good work, you guys. All right. Let's go. Just a real quick stretch here. Bring those fingertips out, going into a child's pose. Nice. Good. Go ahead and bring that leg forward here. Hip flexor stretch. Awesome. Go ahead and switch it however you need to. Awesome. Go ahead and bring your knees down. One leg out, one leg across, stretching out the glutes, outer thigh area. Nice twist here. Nice work. I want to hear about how your glutes are doing later. All right, other side. Woo! Awesome. Butterfly stretch real quick. Now feel free to stretch out anything else you might need, especially those glutes. Getting out your foam roller or your tennis ball also would be really good for kind of loosening up those muscles, getting a little bit more activation in them. mobility. Great. All right. Feel free again, stretch out if you'd like to do a little bit more. Otherwise, have an amazing day and we'll see you later.